Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and let's pretend I'm on my exercise ride, and on this particular day I decided to take a little detour and go through my grandson's favorite park. We used to ride our bikes over here, and he loved coming here because he'd play on the kiddie bars, and he'd play with the kids that were at the park, and he really enjoyed doing it. That was when he was young. And so I have these memories, and as I go along, I think about some of the things and so forth, and all of a sudden, I'm awakened. Let's look at that again. As you can see, my wheel on my E-Trike went off the edge of the curb, and it didn't tip over. That's the good thing that I wanted to find out about. It didn't tip over, but it shook me up a whole lot. Let's take one more look at it, and you can see the wheels don't come off the ground, and but I get shook around a lot. Or I get shaken around a lot. So anyway, I wanted to find out if that was something that I needed to caution people about. Will it tip the trike over if it goes off the curb? So the day before it was cloudy, but I decided I'd go out and test it out. The only thing is, I'm not real brave, and so I had to do some practicing. And I came over to this construction area where I wouldn't have any audience. And then also, you notice the curb has a little ramp to it as it comes down to the crosswalk, and I wanted to make use of that. And so instead of just deliberately going off the curb, and by the way, these curbs are on more of a thoroughfare, and they're 1 or 2 inches higher than the ones at the park, and I didn't realize that, but it's a good place to practice. So I'm going to head down to that ramp, and you're going to say, you're kind of a scaredy cat. Well, I didn't want to dislocate my shoulder or sprain my wrist or break my 360 camera, so I started out gently, and my wheel is going to go off the edge right near the bottom of that ramp. And so as you can see, when the wheel came off, on the other wheel from the other side came off, it shook me around. But coming off on the low part of the ramp, it didn't have much effect. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to go come run the wheel off just a little bit further up on the ramp. And if you look at the right wheel or the left wheel there, I'm going to have it come off, and you can see where it shook a little bit. It shook me up a little bit, and had to get rid of the oncoming traffic and so forth. And so then I felt pretty confident. I decided, well, I'm going to let it come off further up that ramp. and sure enough, it shook me up a little bit. Remember, at this point in time, I have not yet gone off the curb for real. And so I'm real cautious because I really do not want to tip over learning how to do this. So this time I'm going to come down and come off the ramp a little sooner. And as you can see, I came off at a point that was further up the ramp, and it shook me up more. So let's see what we get this time, okay? I'm looking down here, and we're going to come off on the ramp. And sure enough, it shook me up. And and so let's look at that again in slow motion. I went off the curb on that one. I forgot to mention that. So I just went off the curb, and it tipped the bike, and it rocked back and forth, but I can't see where the wheels actually came off the ground. So I knew I could do it, and so that's why I made this video. And then also, this is back at the park again. The first couple of times I went off, I was going in pedal assist 1 at a slower speed. This time I'm in pedal assist 2, and going at a higher speed, and you'll notice that at 10 miles an hour, it didn't shake me up near as much as it did at the slower speeds. So I don't know how fast you can actually go off the curb and not tip over, but that doesn't have a whole lot of danger involved with it. So the only thing is, if you come off the curb when there's traffic, that would be not a good thing. So anyway, I wanted to check and see and then let you know that if you have, and by the way, this is electric XP trike, and it's one of the best you can get for the price. And I just wanted to let you know that it's not going to kill you to go off the edge of a curb. So I guess that ought to help some of you. Maybe some of you have done that. I don't know. But I want to thank you for watching my video, and God bless.